Hi everybody, it's Ramona here again from RamonaRemisat.com with the weekly angel card reading. And this is going to be the reading for the week of November 23rd to the 29th. This week I've decided to work with the Healing with the Angels cards because there's just been a lot going on in the world. A lot of people's hearts are very heavy. And I think healing is definitely on the books. So let's go ahead and get started. I will shuffle and pull 3 cards, one for Monday, Tuesday, and this one wants to be in the middle of the week. Pick one more for the weekend. Will be this one. All right. Intention. For Monday, Tuesday, intention. So you've probably realized or heard about how important intentions are in creating our lives. You may have heard of the saying, what you intend, you get, right? If you go into a job interview and you think, well, I'm probably not going to get this job, then guess what? You probably aren't, right? So our intentions are really important because they do set the framework for our actions. So really be mindful on Monday and Tuesday especially, but I mean, this is something that you should be kind of thinking about all the time. What really are your intentions? Intentions are also wrapped up in beliefs, right? If you believe that your 8-year-old is going to make a fuss every night at bedtime, then that's like basically what's going to happen, right? You're almost setting that intention that is going to happen. So be very mindful, as I said, as to what it is that you actually intend in different circumstances. When you get up in the morning, you can set an intention for the day. What do you intend for that day to look like for you? Or a particular part of the day. See if there's a way that you can start to make that more of a ritual, that you are, what's the word I'm trying to say? Almost predetermined, but, develop your intention for the day so that you can then work towards that. You have an idea of where this day is going and how to get there. So really, really be aware of that, as I said, on Monday and Tuesday. In the middle of the week, we have enchantment. I love that. I'll just put that a little bit closer. Do you remember when you were a child and, the world was just this big place of wonder? Everything was just amazing. You didn't have any, pre-programming yet at that point that kind of would color your ways of seeing the world. You just looked at it with big wide eyes, and this is a reminder to kind of get back to that, to try to get out of your head and to conquer some of those limiting beliefs that you have that are holding you back, that are telling you, I can't, or I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm not experienced enough, or all those crazy mind stories that we have that really do limit us. Instead, it's about being a child where nothing had a limit. You felt like you could do anything. And that's what we need to get back to. We need to break free from some of those limiting beliefs. I know it's not easy because a lot of them are kind of sly. They're almost there without you realizing they're there. So it's like, how do you fix something if you don't even know there's something wrong, right? So if you have a hunch, though, that you keep striving, you keep doing all these things, you think you're doing everything right, and yet you aren't getting any forward momentum, or you're taking sort of like 3 steps forward, but then you feel like you take 2 steps back, that kind of thing. If that's going on, that can be an indication that there's some limiting beliefs that are holding you back. So if you're struggling with that, let me know. This is one of the areas that I excel in. I help people crush those limiting mind stories, to really find out where they're coming from and then get rid of them, and then to reprogram your brain with new and positive beliefs. It kind of goes back to the intention idea, right? So if you're struggling with that, please let me know. You can apply to have a free session with me, and if you're interested in that, you can go to RamonaRemisat.com/clarity call, all one word, and we can chat more about that. But anyways, that was just a little side note. But that's part of what I do, is helping people with that. So get back to that childlike sense of wonder, that enchantment, that anything is possible. Try to get out of those limiting mind stories because they are holding you back. And at the end of the week, we have healing, which is beautiful. And I'm really focused on this girl here who is sleeping. So what's coming through with this is, are you getting enough sleep? Because we almost wear sleeplessness as a badge of honor. You know, those people who are up at like 2 in the morning sending emails, hoping that their boss will notice the timestamp, thinking, wow, this person is really dedicated. They were sending emails at 2 o'clock in the morning. But you're not doing yourself any favor. Sleep is really key and vital to so many parts of our life, not just our physical wellness, but it's tied in with a lot of things. So first and foremost, check in. Are you sleeping? And if you haven't been getting enough sleep, commit to making some changes to that, to actually saying, I'm going to really work hard to go to bed at such and such a time so that I can ensure I have that nice solid chunk of sleep that restores me, that revitalizes me. The other thing, of course, you've probably heard this, is not to be using any kind of electronics prior to going to bed. You want to make sure that you have some downtime free from any kind of a screen, particularly tablets and cell phones, because they do emit that light that kind of interferes with your ability to naturally fall asleep. So be more mindful of that, and really it is not a good idea to have any kind of electronics in your sleeping area. So if you have a TV in there, if you can, cover it up at night with a sheet or a blanket, or if you have any mirrored surfaces, same idea. The reason being, energy is all around us and it flows, it's supposed to flow freely, but when you have electronics or you have mirrored surfaces, the energy kind of bounces off of those things and creates almost a ricochet effect. And that can make a very active environment. So if you have troubles falling asleep with insomnia, you can't get to sleep, or you wake up in the night and can't get back to sleep, these are some things that could be going on. You just might be so sensitive to that energy that it's keeping you awake and messing with your sleep habits. So as I said, if you cannot remove any electronics or any kind of mirrored surfaces, at least cover them up at night. Sounds kind of corny, but it really can help you have better sleep. That is really, really important, especially if you are in a healing phase. If you're recently had any kind of surgery, or you've recently are recovering from an illness of some kind, sleep is vital to that recovery so that your cells can regenerate and renew themselves. So really, really consider that. The other thing they're really going on about the sleep thing, the other thing they're saying is don't have anything under your bed, right? Again, that energy is supposed to move freely through your space, and if it's getting stuck because it can't flow freely under your bed because you have stuff there, it can create that stagnated energy, and that can mess again with your ability to sleep very well. Another thing too that can really help is to have nice broad leafy plants near your sleeping area, because this sort of sucks in all the negative, dense, and toxic energy we pick up through the day and just clears it away, right? So it's almost like a spiritual vacuum cleaner to take away that dense and heavy energy. So plants are great to have in your sleep space, just not anything sharp, pointy, or spiky. Okay, you want nice, big, broad leaf plants like philodendron, something like that. All right, so that is important for the week for healing, and that's really, really what they were getting at with this card. So there we have another week. Let me just put them all together here, right? Make sure on Monday, Tuesday, you're listening to your angel's guidance and then setting your intention on what you want that week to be like. Get out of your head a little bit. Try to break free from some of those limiting things that are holding you back from really doing what you know you need to do or you want to do. And really make sure you're getting your sleep right now. As we get into, in the northern hemisphere, winter, we do tend to feel more sleepy. The cold and the dark kind of puts you into a hibernation mode. So honor that. If you're feeling sleepy, rest. Rest when your body needs it. Listen to your body. It is the most accurate divination tool that we have. So really get good at listening to it, okay? So that's it for another week. Enjoy. Head over to my blog. Check that out. It's at ramonaremisat.com/blog. And don't forget that the doors are open for my 2016 forecast readings. So if you want to get a snapshot of what 2016 is going to hold for you, A forecast reading is a great way to do that. I will pull one card for each month of 2016 and tell you specifically what messages are coming up with that, what you need to focus on, what you need to be aware of, if there's specific themes that are coming up. So it is a really great way to, as I said, sort of plan and have a bit of a heads up for what's coming in the new year. They are $100. They can be done in person, by phone, or by Skype, and they are recorded, which you will have the recording afterwards to refer back to as often as you need. So if you're interested in setting that up, email me at Ramona, RAMONA, at RAMONAREMESAT.com. So it's Ramona at RamonaRemesat.com, and we can set up your readings so that you can get a sense of what's coming up in the new year. So these readings are only now through mid-January. They do book up. I'm going to give you the straight up on that. So if you're thinking about it, try not to wait too long, or you may miss out. Okay, so that's that. And as I said, I will be back next week with another reading, and have a great week, everybody. Take care.